Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my renovation video. So as you can see, this was how my room was looking like, and if you're familiar with my channel or my socials, you've already known how the room is looking like. This is the starting of my renovation, so stay tuned guys to see how I change my room from this to this right here. Keep on watching. For stage one guys, I had to pack every belonging that I had in the room because I don't want them to get stained. That's just how it's supposed to be. So the only things I have left in the room is my wardrobe and my bed because I have been sleeping in the room, but even my mirror and every other thing is out. Then my fan, of course, it's going out also. So that's it. Everything is just going out when like they really arrived, and gosh, I can't wait to see how this room is going to look like. And probably I'll start my DIY project today, maybe like cutting the foams and yeah, this is pretty much it. So for stage 2, it was time to get the walls replastered and re-screeded, in which these guys are trying to do their work. And this is the whole look when they were done. I think I like this ashy look, but of course we need to paint the room. So for the paint, I wanted to go for a lime wash, like a beigey lime wash aesthetic, but sadly that didn't happen. As you can see here, I decided to mix some paint like an Abuja brown and a white, brilliant white emulsion paint, but sadly that didn't happen guys. I wanted to have this beigey lime wash aesthetic, but it didn't happen because seriously I couldn't purchase a lime wash, and I don't even know how to get a lime wash here in Nigeria. So yeah, I did what I had to do, but it didn't work, and I just had to get the whole room painted in cream. So for stage 3, it was time to make my headboard, like my whole bed. I wanted to give my whole bed a whole new look because I was sick and tired of seeing the wood. So here's just me making measurements and prepping everything, cutting down things because I don't want to make a mistake. So I had to follow details of every single little piece. Guys, I'm just looking so funny right now. So what I really did was try to measure the difference, different set of 5 inches of the foam, because I wanted my bed to look, the headboard to look like this. I already had an inspiration, so I purchased a plywood almost the same size as my headboard because this is what we're going to use to put the foam in place. So here I'm using top bond to make the foam hold in place to the plywood. According to the tutorials that I've watched, a lot of people used Gorilla Spray glue to put the foam onto the plywood, but I couldn't get my hands on that, so I decided to use the top bond, which of course hold it much more in place according to me. Initially this was the headboard that I wanted to go for, but then I later on figured out that if I want to use this, I will need another plywood by the side of the bed, and I wasn't ready for that. So I let the foam set onto the plywood for about a day, and I went to get my fabric. I decided to get this ivory color fabric because I want to have this clean, luxury aesthetic. I just don't know, this is my choice. So here I am using the top bond to hold the fabric and the foam in place. And now I'm using my ATM card, so you don't have to use your ATM card. So use something that's flat and make sure that the fabric is going in between the foams, as I'm doing right now here. It was a beautiful experience, as I've said, and I don't know, the whole project was wholesome and I love it. So this was all about the bed. I actually lost the rest of the clip where I was like wrapping the whole bed, the whole wood of the bed with the fabric, and I'm sorry about that. So for stage 4, it was time to make my frames. Guys, everything that I've done in this whole renovation, this is my first time trying it, so you can imagine how overwhelmed I am, and how I don't want to make mistakes. So I purchased a canvas. As you can see, I'm just trying to make a border. Now this is a molder, of course, and I wanted to make textured frames. So I used the molder, and I also used some top bond to hold it in place and some water. But the mistake with this is if you happen to make it very thick, it's going to end up just thickening up, guys. I throw away this whole mixture because it solidified in like 2 minutes. So I made a new paste, of course, with plaster of Paris and other material. And here I am spreading it on my canvas and trying to make the art. So guys, I was just so overwhelmed and happy about the whole outcome of these frames. And I decided to make 2 more frames because I wanted a different look. So I happened to lose that clip also, which I'm not really proud of. I'm not excited about. And for the next project was this, my vase. Like if you come on from my social, if you've been with me for a while, you know this vase when it was red, it's natural color, and I decided to give it a golden color. And this time around, I'm just so much in love with textures, and I decided to give it a texturized white look. And this is me painting it and doing everything possible. I think I went 3 times with the paint before I achieved my final look. So for the tour, of course, this is the before of the room, and we're going to hit the after. So for this part, which is actually one of the favorite for me right now in this room, this is my shelf that I decided to put on my shoes and my bags, my little collection of shoes and bag. At the top, I know if you're coming from my Instagram, you've already seen it, but I'd like to explain. I bought this too from one of my friends, the faux books, and this diffuser I got from Match Mario's Match Home Fragrances. And this I actually it's not a round table. Like I received a package from, I think, one of the makeup, I don't know, I received a package with this, and I think it's from Tehila, and I decided to use this part to have my skincare products on, just so, because it's black and it's look aesthetically pleasing, and I know that I will soon get a round table for them. And I decided to keep this for decor purpose. And this is also came inside a gift from Tehila, and this is my frame, the cardboard frames that I made. I know you know this, and I decided to use this picture that I got from a package also from House of Cocoa. So this whole place is a vibe, guys. I decided to add this string light. Without this string light, the whole place is looking very dark. Let me just show you. So right now you can see how beautiful they are looking. Instead of having it very dark and scary, I think this is bringing out the more beauty. Like you can see the shoes, you can see the stones on top of them shining bright. So I think this also gives a beautiful feel. Inside the room, behind the door, you're going to see my woven basket, and I decided to keep my fridge at this part also because that's the only place I can keep it for now. I don't have a socket there, but I have a socket just right here at the back of this shelf, so I can fix it with an extension wire, just so I can have cold whatever I'm needing. So the woven basket, I'll be using it for my dustbin right now, and of course I'm going to use the dustbin back because I can't use it. So instead of having a dustbin that's iron or rubber, I decided to use the woven basket because it's just so aesthetically pleasing like that. So yeah, I decided to get white curtains. As you've known, I had beige curtains, and now since I'm changing the whole, because I wanted to go for a lime wash, a beigey lime wash before, so I didn't want the whole curtain and the paint to overlap. I want to have a bit of depth, so of course I needed to change the curtain. So I got this white one that I really love, and I decided to keep my mirror on this side of the room close to the toilet. If the table comes, I'm going to put it here because it's going to be just a small table for me to study on top and do my editing and stuff like that. And for the mirror, maybe it's going to And well, no, but I'm gonna find a place for the mirror, inshallah. I'm not gonna leave it. And this is my small rechargeable fan, because yeah, if you live in this part of the world, you know what's really going on. My wardrobe is still sitting pretty in this section of the room. Okay, of course I have some packs on top, which I'm gonna do away with them. I'm not gonna leave them now. And this is my carpet, my small carpet that I usually use when I didn't have this big rug. And right now I don't know, I took it for laundry, but I saw some stains on top, so I'm not gonna use it until it's washed again. So coming back to this place, you know, I have this little slab, and I keep this frame Muhammad because I love it. Oh, sorry, this is my insecticide, of course. So I decided to leave this whole place like this for now. I don't know what I'll be using for this place right now, but I think this frame alone is okay. This is my second window, and this is how it's looking. And I think the way this curtain is draping, guys, I don't even know if you can see how it's doing it properly. So the way this thing is draping on the floor, it's just so beautiful. I like it. And for the bed right now, so I'm gonna show you. My whole bed used to be, you know, a wood, but I decided to cover it up with the fabric like this, which I really do like. It looks clean, just like it's made in a company. I don't know. So yeah, this is my comfort zone. This is my bed, of course, and this is the headboard. So I still have some couple of issues to adjust right behind here, but in case you're wondering if it's sturdy, it's very sturdy. I rest my back on it. It's that strong, don't worry about it. And I still haven't purchased any beddings different, so you know, I've had this for a while from Cozy Living, and I had these two pillows from my mom, so I'm still using this as my bedside, because like I told you, I want to have this bohemian, modern, cozy vibe. So I feel this corner is serving its purpose. Like as you've known, I usually keep my extension wire inside, and everything that I will need, that my hands need to get and grab immediately. And that's my MacBook. And for the lamp, of course, you know, I use limestone to hold it in place, but right now I made a concrete, even though it's we're having a little bit of crack, but the concrete is holding it more in place than limestones. And this is my small vase. So if you've been with me from my Instagram for a while, you've known this vase when it was red, and we decided to give it a golden paint. Meanwhile, a lot of people decided I give it a white paint, but I decided not to. So now we have it in a white texture. I decided to add this beigey what's this thing called, pampas grass, because I wanted to have something, you know, so I added this beigey pampas grass. They're fluffier than they look, they're fluffier than they are. They're just weak right now, so in case your pampers are looking like this, you can just blow dry them with your hand dryer and they're gonna come back to life. And for this, we have two of my beautiful frames. This slab used to hold either my decor terracotta vases or my cardboard frames. So but right now it's looking all cozy and beautiful. I don't know about you guys, but really this is really very cute for me. And yeah, and I love this. I really do love this, because I mean, I love to see the details of my work. I love to see my handwork, and I just added this today before I shoot this video because I thought the place was looking very open. So I wanted to give it something just so it can add a little bit of depth, if you get what I'm saying. I also love this one with the black border. It's beautiful. If there's a lot of mistakes, you can just leave it, because that's the whole idea of textured frames. This is the room tour of after the renovation. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up, because it's gonna tell YouTube that you enjoy content like this, and it's also gonna help my channel. It's also gonna help build my channel, which I really need. And also, if you have any questions, don't forget to leave them down in the comment section, and I'll be sure to link things that I can link in the description box for you. And one more time, let me give you a full tour without me speaking. So let's go.